Fear of failure. Fear of failure. Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel, and in today's video I'm going to showcase to you guys the reason why most of the people in the diaspora find it difficult to make a courageous decision of coming back home, right? And in this video guys, I'm going to elaborate much on the fear of failure. Fear of failure. Even though this topic is an important one, and it applies to many uh, foreign nationals or many Zimbabweans who are outside the country, who are in the diaspora. As an individual, it also applies to myself. So I'm also part and parcel of those who are affected by the fear of failure. Guys, if I can look back, when I went to the diaspora, there are some guys who have been at home, right? There are some guys who have been in Zimbabwe, and they only came to the diaspora whilst I was already there, right? And you know, life is all about what you do. Those guys, they worked hard, they raised their finances, and within a few years, they came back home. But myself and many more others, we left behind. And as I'm speaking right now, there are some guys who are still in the diaspora who went there some 20, 25, 19 years ago, and they are still there, right? All right, let me get back to my story. When I was in the diaspora, I know of guys who came, and within a few years, they decided to relocate back. They came back home and establish their lives this side in the country, in Zimbabwe. Guys, if I can tell you right now, those guys, they are living a life. It's not about this popular notion, shukuru kufema. No, they are living their lives, right? What am I saying now? Guys, to some of us, at that time, it didn't ring in our ears to say, now it's time that you guys need to go home. Of course, I do understand. And I'm always saying on this platform, deciding to go back home, it's a matter of a personal perception, right? I'm not preaching the gospel of saying, guys, let us relocate today. I'm not preaching the gospel to say, let us go back to Zimbabwe now. That's not what I'm trying to say here. I can be here in Zim right now, trying to make ends meet. It's a matter of trying to see what this village life will offer to me, right? So in other words, I'm simply saying what applies to myself cannot apply to another person. However, the bottom point remains, guys, that home is always home. No matter how many years you spend in the diaspora, your home will always remain your home. Whether you are in Botswana, whether you are in Namibia, whether you are in Angola, whether you are in the UK, or whether you are in Australia, your home remains your home. Fear of failure. To most of us in the diaspora, we will find it difficult to relocate back home with the idea or with the fear that if I go back home, how am I going to cope up with my daily living standards? You know, when we are in the diaspora, As an example, when we're in the diaspora, food is not that much expensive. You can say food is affordable, right? I can go to the local spaza shop. I can buy bread and eggs. Then we can have breakfast. In the afternoon, we can have rice and chicken. During the weekend, we can have braai, right? It is quite possible to maintain that living standards when you are in the diaspora, right? However, as you move back to the rural areas, the question now is, are you going to be able to afford that same living standards? Are you still going to be able to go to the local stores, to the township, and buy some eggs and bread? Well, it's quite possible. You can be able to do that. It's only that when we are in the diaspora, we tend to have fear. And that fear, in most case scenarios, it affects us in the sense that the starting point, that's where the war challenge is. You know, for me to say, I'm now leaving the diaspora, I'm going back to the village, right? What am I going to be doing? How am I going to be earning an income? All those questions need to be answered. So to many people in the diaspora who find it difficult to relocate back home, it is simply because of fear of failure. To them, they think that the lifestyle that they are living in the diaspora is 100%. They need to maintain that. But guys, let us be honest with one another here. What do you benefit by being in the diaspora, eating nice food, enjoying over the weekends, going out on the weekends, drinking, having braai? But at the end of the day, if you find yourself not having a place of your own back home, will you have joy in maintaining such a life standard in the diaspora? But then when you go back home, you have nowhere to sleep. Fear of failure. That's a black cloud that has gathered, and such a cloud has affected many people in the diaspora. You know, there's this statement which says, fear kills many dreams than failure itself. Fear kills many dreams than failure itself. Have you tried to do something? Have you tried, give yourself a task, try to do something and see how far you will go. You know, in our language they say, matanda matsukutswa ukazengurira unosiyana rakaorera, right? If you are looking for firewood, you just need to try and give a shake to a log, piece of wood. Just try to give it a shake, right? It's better to try and fail than fail to try. So that's my message, guys, for today. Guys, give it an attempt. Try and fail than fail to try. It is quite common that most of the people in the diaspora, to be honest, people are stuck in the diaspora. I'm saying this from experience. I'm saying this from experience. You guys, you know, I came with the bus all the way from the Eastern Cape when I came here last week. And in the bus, we were discussing. Of course, people are in the diaspora, but honestly speaking, the way in which people are living, people are not impressed with the way in which they are living. People are not impressed at all. You know, I was sitting to another lady. She was saying to me, I went to Zim when my child was 2 years old. Now the child is 19 years old, and she finished a grade 12 last year. Then I said, where's the child? Then she said to me, no, she said, I'm not going to join you to go back to Zim. I will stay behind. I will stay behind. I'm not going to join you. So guys, think of it. Someone left the country when the baby was just 2 years old. And for these past 17 years, right, she has never been home, right? And she was emphasizing the point to say, what's the point of coming back home? I don't have a place of my own. I have to sleep at my mother's place, all that kind of stuff. Of course, yes, some of you may be judgmental to say that's just one scenario of that lady. Guys, I know of a lot of guys who are in the diaspora, and most of them, after they left the country, they never decided to come back home. All that is because of fear of failure. And I'm here, guys, to say you may be on that route, and I'm encouraging you to say, guys, join me as we make an exploration to relocate back home. Of course, I'm not saying let's go back tomorrow home, or let's go next week, or let's go next month, or let's go in the next 3 years. I always emphasize and I always say relocating is really a journey. Right now, guys, as we speak, I'm in the village, I'm on the ground. And like I said in my previous video yesterday, if you don't have a plan, like to say, when I go back home, I'll be doing A, B, and C. If you don't have a plan, you will find life difficult for you. And as a result, the only option is for you to go back where you, I can say, where you belong, because that's where you are used to the systems, right? By this, I'm referring back to going back to the diaspora, right? Because you are used to those systems much more better than how you are used to the systems within the village or within the rural area. Think of it this way, guys. If you have been staying in the diaspora for the past 15 years, right? You very well know that if I want to get this, I have to go there. If I want to get a nice shoe, I have to go to this store. If I want to get a piece job, I have to go to this company. If I want to get a BNC, I have to go there, right? So you are much more accustomed, you are much more used to the diaspora than you are in your own country of birth. So you find out that because of fear of failure, people will tend to relax and say, I would rather stay in the diaspora, right? Or they'll keep on procrastinating, right? They'll keep on postponing to say, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it. But you know what? Time is not jealous. Time will keep on moving. Time will keep on going. As you keep on postponing your journey to say, I'll relocate next month, I'll relocate in the next 3 years, time, we are all given equal hours per day. If it's 24 hours for John, it's 24 hours for Peter, 24 hours for Susan and Sandra, right? So we got the same time allocated to us. So guys, what I'm trying to say here is that fear of failure. We are affected by fear to the extent that we find it difficult to try and experiment and do new things. But then, why can't you just give it a try? Why can't you just give it a try? Give it a try and see how it goes. Maybe that's your way of becoming successful. Give it a try. Try to explore new things in exactly the same way that you left Zimbabwe and go to the diaspora. If things are not working in your favor that side, why can't you relocate back home and try to have a new life this side? It's a matter of being experimental. It's a matter of making trials, guys. You need to make trials. You may enjoy being in the diaspora, having a decent meal, because I can go to work today, I can get maybe 400 rands a day, or 350 or 250 rands. I can buy what is enough for me to eat the whole month, sorry, the whole week, right? You can be able to buy something that you can eat as an individual. You can buy something that you can eat the whole week, or the next 3, 4, 5 days, right? But honestly speaking, that life, guys, is just a matter of comfort zones. Guys, it's high time we need to move out of the comfort zones. There's nothing wrong being in the diaspora. I've been there, right? There's also nothing wrong in going there and coming back. If you need to buy something from that side, you come back home. There's nothing wrong with that. But the point remains that having to get stuck in the diaspora, mostly that is contributed by fear of failure. Like, if I go back home, if I go back to Zimbabwe, how am I going to cope up? How am I going to survive? How am I going to get money for me to be able to send my kids to school? How am I going to live life? Will I be able to maintain the same living standards, whereby I was having bread and eggs as breakfast in the diaspora? Fear of failure. Today, guys, I'm just here to encourage somebody who would like to join me in this journey of relocating back home. You know, when I came back last week, right, I didn't have so much money. What I managed to do in the past few days is just to clean the yard, right? I managed to clean the yard, and the yard is looking quite good, right? Besides that, yesterday, I've been busy. You can see there's some bricks here, right? There's some bricks here. Last night I was busy offloading these bricks from the scotch cut. We got a project that we are about to kickstart in this piece of land that I'm standing right now on. And like I said to you guys, we'll be running projects here that I'll also be showcasing to you guys. And honestly speaking, it's not that much that I'm investing into these projects. It's not that much that I'm investing into these projects. You know, in the village, the bricks, you can get these bricks. Here we just got 1,000 bricks, right? And these bricks, the cost for these bricks is $30 US. There are guys who are busy in the village modding bricks. $30 US, you can have your bricks, right? Then what else? So that's it, guys. I was just trying to help one another today to say we are getting stuck mostly because of fear of failure. We are not experimental. The majority of us, we don't want to try some new things. The majority of us, we want to do things that have already been done by other people. We don't want to go our own way and try to experiment. You know, as I'm in the village right now, right, there's a project that I'm thinking of, and you know, in most case scenarios, you find out that in the village, in the raw area, right? People, they have a tendency of copying one another. As an example, in my village, if someone start to do broilers, it is not a surprise that you'll find out that there'll be some 3, 4, 5 people who also start doing the same project of broilers. But it's all about your capacity. It's all about your market. As they always say that farming is a game of numbers, right? As an example, if someone is keeping 25 broilers, you cannot compare that person with somebody who is having a capacity of 500 broilers at a go, right? You cannot compare those two individuals. Farming is a game of numbers. Guys, try to explore something new. Try to do something new. You know, as you get to the raw areas, as you get to the village, you'll find out that you can as well come up with an idea that has never been explored in your area. Honestly speaking, guys, I'm in the village right now, and I can tell you that there are a lot of untapped opportunities that one can venture into. And through those opportunities, you can be able to make an income. You can be able to make an income. And the focus being on projects that you get rewards in the long run, right? There are some projects that you can embark upon, but at the end of the day, you can be reaping rewards in the long run. As an example, think of it when you are doing layers, right? You know, everything does have advantages and disadvantages. With broilers, in just 6 weeks, you'll be already putting money in the pocket. In 6 weeks time, that's 1 month and a half. Already you'll be starting to put money in the pocket. With the layers, you need to wait for 18 months. If you are rearing the birds from day old, you need 18 weeks, right? Then after 18 weeks, you can then start to pick the first egg. And that's when production begins, right? So all those are projects that you can do in the village, provided you got space to do so, and you got the finances to do so. However, in regard to the finances, guys, I always say this. It's not a matter of saying, I will start the project after I've managed to raise 1,000 US dollars. It's not a matter of saying, I'll start the project after I have raised 1,500 US dollars. It's not a matter of saying, I'll start this project after I've raised 15,000 rands. It's not a matter of saying, I will start this project after I've raised 12,000 pula. That's not the point. Guys, we start small. We all start small, from humble beginnings, step by step. Day, nana, day, nana, day, we will get there. You know, there are a lot of business people out there who are where they are today, but they only started small. So guys, you can also be amongst those business owners who started small. It's high time, guys, you need to brush off all the fear and embark upon your journey of relocation. Of course, yes, I always repeat this point. I've said it previously, and I will say it again. Of course, we cannot all relocate on the same day. Someone can relocate in the next 5 years, whereas someone is already in the process of relocating. Someone is going to relocate maybe next month in August, whereas some of us were already in the village trying to explore what life offers to us. So relocating back home is a courageous decision, and at the same time it's about personal perspectives or personal perceptions, right? I cannot come here to say, guys, let's relocate, let's go back home. I cannot be in a position of doing that. All I can do is just to give you guys some form of encouragement, right? I cannot say, guys, I cannot grab you to say, let's go now, let's take a move it. No, I'm not in such a position to do that. We all come from various backgrounds. Some of us may have relatives who are willing to support us to go to another level after we have relocated back home. Some of us may not have those relatives who will be there for us to make a transition from point A to point B, right? So that's how life is, guys. And remember, in most case scenarios, when you decide to make this bold decision to relocate, you need to know this thing, guys. In most case scenarios, that's your own personal journey, and don't be surprised to find yourself being lonely in the village, even after relocating back home. Why am I saying this? If you can go back to my video of yesterday, right? We got some guys in the village. Everyone is busy working for his family. You won't even find somebody who can shoot you a video. As I'm recording this video, I'm shooting this video on my own. I'm shooting this video on my own. You won't find someone to assist you to do that. People are busy molding bricks. People are busy doing the tobacco seed. You can't even find the kids. They're in school right now. So you'll find out that you go to the village, you're on your own. So it's your personal journey that you are preparing. It's your personal move that you are making. But what I'm trying to emphasize, guys, is that moving back home is quite possible, and it is doable. It is doable. It can happen. It's only that we need to shake ourselves. We need to shake the dust off ourselves. We need to get out of the comfort zones. We need to explore life on another angle. You're having to stay in the diaspora, enjoying those nice meals, you're having braai every weekend or every fortnight. It's a matter of comfort zones that we need to shake off. Let us get out of those comfort zones and try to invest back home. There are a lot of guys here in the village who are doing projects, and I can tell you guys that they are doing quite well. They are doing really quite well. Why can't you be one of them and take your life to another level? Guys, that's it for today. Please keep watching our videos, keep sharing the videos, and if you have watched this video up to this level, I'm kindly asking you to subscribe to this channel so that this page can grow, and this will also allow myself to keep on giving you more rural content. That's it, guys. It's time to say goodbye.